Hey YouTube fam, it's Jackie, aka Jackie Has It All, coming at you with a new name. No longer manifesting and transforming. I wanted to change my name to match my IG username so that my social media will all be in sync as far as names are concerned. Anyway, I am coming at you with a quick update here on a beautiful day in Southern California. Happy Friday, everybody. I am going to have my vertical sleeve gastrectomy on Monday, October 10th here at Cedar Sinai in Los Angeles, and I'm so excited about it. I am about 3 weeks, a little more than 3 weeks to surgery, so kind of getting exciting, trying to prepare and think and all that other stuff, so it's great. I'm very excited. I started my journey towards this surgery at the end of May, and I started it at 305.2, and as of yesterday I was 261.0, which is about a 44-pound loss pre-op. So I'm very, very happy about my pre-op journey so far, and looking forward to what it's going to be like post-op. I'm especially happy about the loss because I was on vacation last week in Illinois visiting in-laws, and I gotta tell you, I wish I was sleeved back then because I probably would not have eaten the portions that I ate. You know, I didn't make horrible choices, but the portions that I was eating were probably not what I would have eaten if I were here at home. So as a result, I gained weight, but thankfully, when I came back and I started eating my normal way of eating, I lost that weight plus another pound. So very, very happy about that. A little pissed off that my husband only gained 1 pound during that whole time. So I just realized, geez, I can gain weight just looking at food. So I think that's something I got to remember. Another thing that I had to learn about myself is that I need to really be more conscious of what I do in social situations. I think that because I'm not, I'm concentrating on the whole social aspect, I was starting to eat unconsciously and just putting food in my mouth even though I was probably full. And that was something that was kind of a shock to me, because I had really, I made it a point to be very, very conscious about what I do prior to going over there. So I think that until this way of eating, or the way of eating these portions becomes more ingrained in me, that I really still need to be very, very conscious about myself as far as eating is concerned in social situations. So that being said, one of the things that I have yet to wrap my head around is the portions that I'm going to be having post-op, because I follow a lot of people on Instagram, and they post a lot of food, what their food looked like before, what their food looked like after, after they've taken 5 bites and they're full. And that is something that I still have not been able to grasp, that I could possibly be full with that amount of food, with that little amount of food. I mean, pre-op, I've cut out, I'm eating half or less than half of what I normally would be eating, and I am full. And so to try to understand that I'm going to be full with even less than what I'm eating now, it's kind of trippy. So, I mean, it's just something that I have to, like I said, wrap my head around. I'm sure it'll be easier with, with a smaller stomach, but right now, the mental aspect of that kind of portion and being satisfied with that kind of portion is playing tricks on me. if you know what I mean. I mean, it's kind of like mind-blowing. So that's something, even as I talk to my husband and my brother, my mom about it, I still, and they, my brother looks at me like, really? You're going to be satisfied with that amount of food? And he's my biggest supporter. It's just that neither one of us could wrap our head around that fact. So yeah, that's going to take some getting used to mentally rather than physically, because I know physically it'll probably be okay because you won't have that much of a stomach, but mentally it's going to be some getting used to. One of the frustrations I've had pre-op is getting all my exercise in. I thought that losing this much weight so far would be, it would make it a lot easier for me to move and exercise, given my arthritic hips. But they are still really, really painful. So I haven't been able to get in the steps that I really wanted to get in. I haven't been able to exercise as much. So that's been a frustration, especially since I know that that is going to be a big part of this new life, post-op life, that the exercise is going to be a big thing. And so the fact that I'm struggling with it now is a little bit of a concern for me. So if you guys have any suggestions on what I can do, please feel free to comment down below, because I am going to need as much help as I can get. Something that's going to be very easy on my hips, and something that I'm going to be able to do long term. Let's see, I think that's about all I've got. Just some things that I'm thinking about as I'm preparing for surgery. Trying to get all the proteins, set, like what I'm going to need to buy and stuff like that. I was watching Jess from Watch Kitty Shrink, and post-op she was having a difficult time with more of the milk-based protein drinks, like the Premier Protein and stuff like that. So they seem to be pretty heavy on her stomach, and I didn't know if I was going to be in that same situation. So I wanted to try out other types of protein drinks. So I bought some Atkins Lift drinks, so I'll let you know how I like those. Other than that, I just wanted to give that quick update, saying that I'm very excited. I don't think I've ever been so excited to have a major organ taken out of my body, but I am, and I can't wait to be post-op. And I don't want to call it being on the loser's bench, because I don't like the terminology, really. I don't like that term, loser. Although you are going to be losing, I think that I think I'm not really considering it being on a loser's bench, but I think I'm on a winner's bench. And I think I'm already on the winner's bench because of the progress that I've had so far. But this surgery is going to assure my place on the winner's bench. So I wanted to just give you that quick update, kind of let you know what thoughts I've been having, and if you guys have any thoughts about the exercise and the portions that are kind of messing with my head right now, or what I can do, and some, you know, tricks that you've been able to be successful with in social situations, I'd really appreciate the feedback. And I will see you all. I'll see you all, you winners, in my next video. Have a great weekend, and stay awesome. Bye.